July 16, 1944, 02:30 a.m., Normandy, Western Front. The night is unnaturally quiet. Too quiet. Across occupied France, German airfields awaken, engines cough, then roar, one by one, row after row. The Luftwaffe prepares a massive pre-dawn operation, hundreds of bombers, escorted by fighters. Their objective? Allied supply depots, temporary airstrips, fuel reserves, troop concentrations near the Normandy beaches. If the operation succeeds, the Allied breakout fails. The invasion slows. The campaign drags on. Allied radar stations remain silent. The Germans expect total surprise. Then, a blinding flash tears the sky open. 3 dark shapes appear where nothing existed before. No contrails, no warning. A flight of F-22 Raptor air dominance fighters. The lead pilot scans the cockpit. Navigation errors, INS drift, GPS unavailable. The multifunction display flickers. A date appears, 1944. 80 years out of place. No way home, only the mission. Let's compare the aircraft sharing this sky. On one side, legends of World War II, built of aluminum, steel, and determination. On the other, machines designed for conflicts that have not yet occurred. The P-51D Mustang, America's long-range guardian, a masterpiece of its era. Rolls-Royce Merlin engine, 650 caliber machine guns, speed, range, balance. Opposing it, the Messerschmitt Bf-109G, exceptional climb rate, heavy armament, highly experienced Luftwaffe pilots, and above them all, the F-22 Raptor, stealth geometry, radar-absorbent materials, supercruise, sensor fusion, networked awareness, a flying combat system, speed comparison, P-51D, 700 km/h, Bf-109G, 640 km/h, F-22, 2,400 km/h. This is not a contest. It's a technological mismatch. World War II fighters rely on eyesight. The F-22 sees the entire battlespace in real time. Primary threat detected. A massive formation of Heinkel He 111 bombers. Slow, 400 km/h, flying straight in tight formation. To modern sensors, they appear almost stationary, but there are hundreds of them, enough payload to devastate the Allied beachhead. They must be stopped. The problem? Payload capacity. Each F-22 carries a limited number of internal missiles. Stealth requires discipline. The plan is simple. Avoid close combat. Disable command aircraft. Break formation. Withdraw before the situation is understood. At 200 kilometers, radar locks. German crews are still finishing breakfast. They don't know the operation is already compromised. Weapons bays open. Launch 1, Launch 2. AIM-120D AMRAAMs ignite. White trails streak across the sky of 1944. They accelerate past Mach 4, climb high, then descend at extreme angles. The lead Heinkel pilot sees nothing unusual. Clear sky, no fighters. Then, impact. The bomber is removed from formation. 2 more leaders lose control moments later. No warning, no visible source. The bomber stream destabilizes instantly. Luftwaffe radio traffic spikes.
Wir werden angegriffen!
Escort fighters scatter, searching empty airspace. The F-22s remain undetected. They reposition at supersonic speed. The sonic boom rolls across Normandy like distant thunder. German radar stations overload. Displays fill with interference. Communications degrade. Without leadership, bombers release payloads prematurely. Explosions land far from Allied positions. Allied troops observe impacts in empty terrain. Something intervened, but the Luftwaffe continues. German command deploys its elite, veteran fighter aces, the most experienced pilots in the West. They search for the unknown threat. The F-22s detect them immediately. Objective updated. Neutralize experienced pilots. Undermine operational confidence. Long-range missiles expended. Mid-range engagement required. The Raptors descend.
Was zum Teufel? Das ist kein Jäger, den ich kenne.
Sieht aus wie aus der Zukunft. Haltet Abstand, Jungs. Irgendetwas...
Command, this is Red 2.
They engage. It makes no difference. Weapons bays open again. More AMRAAMs accelerate forward. The most experienced Luftwaffe pilots are taken out of the engagement without ever understanding what happened. But numbers still matter. More fighters arrive. Focke-Wulf 190s, dozens, then hundreds. Missiles depleted. Now it's down to guns and maneuver. The commander orders separation. 3 fifth-generation jets against a swarm of piston fighters. The F-22 climbs vertically. German engines struggle at altitude. From above, the Raptors dive, engage, disappear, reappear somewhere else. World War II pilots try to turn with them. They can't. A Raptor performs a high alpha maneuver, momentarily suspending forward motion. Fuel warnings appear. No missiles. Limited ammunition. Fuel critically low. Return impossible. Emergency landing required. Below, a temporary Allied forward airstrip. One Raptor lands hard but intact. The second lands clean. The third hits a crater. Landing gear fails. The aircraft slides to a stop. Silence. U.S. Army soldiers surround the scene. Weapons raised. They've never seen anything like it. The canopy ejects. The pilot raises his visor. Human. American. Hold fire. Friendly. U.S. Air Force. History changes here. Back to the studio. Welcome to Analysis Center. Let's put emotion aside and look at the numbers. Why did 3 aircraft change the course of the war? Battle results. 3 F-22 Raptors against 200 Luftwaffe aircraft. Factor 1. Range. Long-range missiles neutralized command aircraft before their crews even realized they were under threat. Removing leadership created chaos. A Luftwaffe armada without coordination turned into a scattered formation. Factor 2. Stealth. German anti-aircraft batteries operated blindly. Their radars simply couldn't detect the attackers. To them, the sky was empty. Factor 3. Psychology. Sonic booms. Invisible pressure. The confidence of veteran German aces collapsed. They weren't defeated, they were outpaced. The economics of war. The cost of one F-22 Raptor equals the cost of thousands of World War II fighters. But the effect is exponentially higher. This scenario proves one thing. Technology decides everything. Even a small number of advanced machines can change history. Could engineers in 1944 copy microchips? Of course not. But they understood the principle. And the idea is always more important than the material. Using vacuum tubes, engineers built massive analog systems. Bulky, primitive, but they could track the enemy beyond the horizon. Future jet concepts accelerated American aerospace development by decades. The space age arrived early. Supersonic flight, satellites, orbital ambitions. Advanced composite armor changed ground warfare. But the most dangerous tool of all was not an aircraft. It was information. A tablet containing future history. Allied command suddenly knew every enemy move in advance. The fog of war disappeared. There was no Cold War. A world armed with future knowledge took a different path. And the pilots? They never returned home. They lived on classified bases. Silent consultants to the defense establishment. The damaged F-22 was never rebuilt. It became a donor, the technological ancestor of generations to come. This story is fiction, but it shows a simple truth. Knowledge and technology are worth more than gold. The experiment is complete. The anomaly is active again. It's time to choose the next battle. Option A, an M1A2 Abrams against Rommel's Afrika Korps. El Alamein, 1942. Chobham armor versus 88 Mihra guns. One tank against a division. Option B, a modern U.S. infantry fighting vehicle against a Roman legion. Open field battle. Automatic cannons and grenade launchers versus shield formations. The testudo won't help. Write A or B in the comments right now. We'll produce the scenario that gets the most votes. If you enjoyed this story, support the channel. Subscribe. Enable notifications. We make history hard and interesting.